So 25 and under quarterback draft. Now, this is going to be fun. Nico, you're going to have the honors of the first overall pick since you are a guest. When it comes to us, you know how we battle for the picks. Rock, paper, scissors, and shoot. We do it all the time. So now the real question is, who's going to play first?
It's going to be the four of us, all four at the same time.
That doesn't make sense.
It does make sense.
Like, it literally
it's
doesn't
super easy.
make
If
sense.
we all draw, then we play
What
again.
if we all pick scissors?
Okay,
we all go again.
It's
Whatever.
really common sense.
I always win, so it doesn't
all right,
matter to me.
it really is
Rock,
true.
Set, shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, says shoot. Correct.
Okay.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, says shoot.
Look,
All right, Joel's out.
Okay,
Joel's out.
He's got pick five. You got pick five.
That sucks.
That's
Rock, paper, scissors, says shoot.
all right. See, that's a tie.
See, look,
So
look.
that's
look
it. We
at
just
this.
No, it's a
play
three-way
out.
tie.
All right, that's fucking
I think we
ass.
should just face each other.
No, we're good. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, says shoot. Bro,
Look,
no
look,
way.
bro.
That's insane. What are the
All
odds of that?
All right, one more time, one more
That's
time.
insane. Rock, paper, scissors, says shoot. God, we're gonna be.
All right, last time.
All
Here we go.
Rock, paper, scissors, says shoot. Oh my god.
Yo, that's
Bro,
what I'm
the
saying,
chances
bro.
of that are like 1 in a million.
Should we start over? Because I don't want the
No,
fifth
you're
one.
No, you're
last.
done. You're
You're
done. You're done. You're done.
Here we go.
You're
Here we
trying
go.
to sneak
All
that in
All
there.
right,
Here we
one
go.
more time.
Yep.
Rock, paper, scissors, says shoot.
All right, here we
Fuck,
go.
fuck. Okay.
Rock, paper.
Wait, how are we doing it? Rock, paper, scissors,
Rock,
shoot. Okay.
We just did it like
I'm
7
sorry, I'm
times in a
sorry.
row.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, says shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, says shoot. All right.
Okay.
Pick 3. Not bad.
I'll pick 2.
1, 2.
I said
3,
I
4,
got
5.
pick 3. Come on, man.
Always win, bro.
All right. Hit
Here
his
we go.
music.
With the first pick, Nico, who are you selecting?
That's a pretty shitty representation.
I kind of got put on the spot here, but this might be bold, but I'm gonna take Lamar Jackson first overall.
Okay. I
Okay,
can appreciate
that's
that.
good.
I can appreciate that.
Because-
Yeah, you're a Lamar guy.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't the hugest Lamar guy in the offseason, but watching how he started off early on and the legitimate growth he continues to show as a passer gives me all the confidence that
So
he's here to
you
stay.
would not call him one of two things. You would not call him no arm Lamar
No
or
way.
3-week wonder Lamar or come on Lamar.
way.
Any of those represent who Lamar truly is as a
No.
quarterback. Okay, just
No.
getting
Come
out
on,
there.
come on, Lamar isn't understandable
That's hilarious.
when he makes bad plays. Come
You
on,
disgust
Lamar.
me.
That's
Every
not.
quarterback makes bad plays.
And you say, "Come on."
Come on,
That's why.
come on.
That's why
No,
you have
you
a whole
no.
segment on Monday Night Countdown. Come on, man.
Yeah, but it's not. We don't do that with Lamar. He's special.
So
He is
he has
special.
no bad plays.
He does have bad
Okay,
plays,
all right,
but
quick-
you try to make a joke out of it.
Quick question. I have 2
Sick
picks
me.
here, but
It's
I want to make it be very clear. Guys who are 25 and under.
And
So
under.
they
Yes.
can be
So
25 years old.
25, yes.
So
He
for
fucked up.
your
He low key, I'm
No,
shocked.
he fucked up.
I'm shocked, honestly.
Cue the damn music. This is easy. Come on. What are we
and
doing?
I'm going to put a little bit of a spin on these top 10 picks, right? So for each pick, we're going to also name the price of these quarterbacks that are on Mojo. Lamar Jackson is $69 currently on Mojo. I want to see, given our top 10, where all these prices fall in that range. So Riv, you have the second overall pick.
With the second overall pick, I take Justin Herbert.
Yeah, it's a layup.
That's pretty easy. The
Justin
most-
Herbert was actually my first overall
Can I ask,
pick.
did Josh Allen recently
He's
just
26.
turn 26?
That's why I
Alright,
changed it
He
real
must
quick.
have just turned 26.
Turned in May.
In May.
I
Turned in May.
apologize. All right.
I had to double check
You
just
think
now.
that Lamar over Herbert is that hot of a take?
Well,
I only thought that Josh Allen was 25, so that's my mistake.
Well, at first, I thought Josh was 25. So I thought I was going to pick him. But then I double checked. He's 26. So then my next pick would have been Justin Herbert because I just think he's the most talented quarterback
yeah.
out of all these guys.
I also had
But
Herbert
Lamar
number one.
isn't a bad pick,
No,
you know,
not
because
at
he's
all.
dynamic. You know, he can run, he can make plays.
I'm Lamar
extend
guy.
plays.
You know that. I still have Herbert 1.
I didn't see him doing it though. I thought that was a Dehls move, picking Lamar 1.
I respect it. I
Dude,
think
it's really
respectable.
written in the stars how I was able to get pick 3. I mean, I probably could have got him at pick 5 also because I know how
Oh, he wasn't picking your
disrespectful.
guy at pick 5.
Not this guy, not so much. You're in the clear, bro. Trust. You're in the clear.
Okay.
Other people, I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about these. Sort of, kinda. You're not. You're in
I
the clear.
defended you when y'all were.
But the issue was when we
The
asked you about
issue-
joining FinFam, your issue was that you couldn't go all in on Tua.
I'm Mafia. I'm Bills Mafia. I can't join.
That's true.
FinFam.
But you also said you were in on
You said you
FinFam.
were in.
Yeah, I like the team. Nice little team. Nice little come on.
Bills.
You know,
All right, hit my
I like
music.
the team.
This
I like
is-
you guys.
This
too,
is
though. I like
where the
Jets.
board gets messed up.
This is as easy as it gets. Pick 3. It's got to be Tua Tagovailoa.
Gotta be.
It's got to be. Just think
What about
about
the
how
other guy?
great he has been.
So that means you-
No, it's credit to the other guy. Absolutely. Joe Burrow has been fantastic. Jalen Hurts even deserves the respect. that maybe others may not give him, but I would definitely give that. We're talking about an MVP candidate for sure. But let's talk about probably the front runner, if not second place, MVP candidate in Tua Tagovailoa for a second. Still first in passer rating, but let's get into it. First in passer rating in the third quarter, first in passer rating on third down, first in passer rating in the fourth quarter, first in passer rating in the red zone, first in yards per completion. Tua is, I mean, that's exactly, I'm glad you realized that. Because this wasn't supposed to happen. So, yes, I'm going to go with Tua Tagovailoa, the guy who's undefeated when he starts and finishes games this year.
Oh, undefeated.
Undefeated when he starts and finishes games.
What about the guy who's actually undefeated? Like,
oh, listen, if pick 4 is Jalen Hurts, I'm
I'm
fine with
it
that.
shouldn't be, but it might be.
If pick 4 is Jalen Hurts, I'm cool with it.
It might be. Let's see.
My goodness.
Cue my music. With the 4th pick in the drafts, I'm taking Joe Burrow.
Oh,
I'm not going with Jalen Hurts. I
You're
actually
a
thought
cop-out,
I'm not a cop-out. I thought
He's
the
smart.
4th pick was where it's going to get interesting because I thought Burrow was going to go 3, even though I should have known.
Come
But once
on.
you had 3, I thought
Why
the
would I
4th
take that
pick
guy over
was when
Tua?
things got interesting because I do think Lamar, Herbert, and Burrow are in a tier above the rest of these guys. Even though Tua's having a sensational season, Jalen Hurts is an MVP candidate. You know, you still have Kyler and a bunch of guys here, but Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl last year. I think he was first in completion percentage last year.
He was.
He put up crazy numbers. I know I've been labeled as a Joe Burrow hater, Cincinnati Bengals hater. He's a
No, you
franchise
are
guy.
indeed.
But let me
Joe
ask
Burrow
you.
hater.
Let me ask you. Why would I pick Burrow over Tua?
Well, no. When I was making this list and I did the top 10, I saw the top 3. But once you got the 3rd pick, everything went out the window. You know, if you had the 4th pick, it would have been easier because Tua would have been there, and you could easily make an argument Tua over Hurts over Kyler right now. But
You can make the argument over Burrow also.
yeah, you can. But
Talking about the
you-
top
but
graded
Burrow
quarterback in
has
the league.
2 years now of tape. You know that he's been elite for. Tua's 9 games, not even 6, 7 games.
No. It's 8 games, but 7 in full.
7. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You know, so I would take the 2 years over Burrow. The guy who's shown me playoff success. I know he could do it in bad weather.
Interesting, because I feel like you specifically have been highlighting Burrow not being as great as others may believe him to be, especially in the playoffs.
I still would take Herbert over him, obviously.
Oh, listen, Herbert.
I'll take Lamar over him too.
I understand.
I still have
with
Lamar over
Herbert's
him.
there.
I still have
Fine.
Mahomes, Allen, obviously.
That's fine.
But
we're
this
talking about
season-
Burrow.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. But yeah, give me Burrow at 4.
Well, why is Herbert so easily over Burrow? Is my question.
Arm talent, mobility. He hasn't had the success that Burrow has, but we also see, you know, the type of weapons he's been dealing with his offensive line to start out. Even though
Last
Burrow's
year
had
they
a
were
better
pretty
offensive
healthy.
line.
There-
They were a game away.
there is
I mean,
an
it's not. Is it
interesting-
Herbert's fault that they didn't make the playoffs?
I'm not
No.
saying it's his fault.
No?
I'm just saying it. There's a better argument for Burrow over Herbert than there is for Tua over Burrow. Objectively, there is.
Yes, I know what you're saying.
Huh?
I know what you're saying.
There is.
Why?
Nico, can you back me up here? Am I wrong in saying that?
I think I'm gonna give you the dub on that one,
Thanks.
just
Appreciate
because Tua has the smallest sample size out of any of them with really legitimate success. So I think that's fair for now. We may have a conversation at the end of the season.
That's fair. Yeah. If Tua does it for the whole year, he has a couple bad weather games, wins a couple games in the playoffs, then all bets are off. You could have that conversation. But right now, sitting November 14th, it's week 11. Let's wait some.
Something interesting also, just a little added stat. Why not? There's been one quarterback in NFL history with 3 straight games of a passer rating over 130.
God.
One quarterback in the history of the game. You know what that is? Just take a random guess.
Tua.
Tua Tagovailoa.
So you trust him? You trust
my
him?
life.
Started the show 10 minutes ago. I was already pissed
let me
off.
ask you a question. What happened last year towards the end of the season to get them in the playoffs? That doesn't.
When he went on a 7-game win streak.
When they had a chance to win the playoffs,
The
he played
Titans
like
game, what
dog
happened
shit.
in
inclement
You
weather?
just well.
Wait,
in
isn't that a
important
question
weather.
mark
That's
about
that's my
quarterback
question.
play?
And inclement weather, for
but
sure.
you don't like in terms of Tua fans. Y'all don't talk about that game at all. Like that's
I
not
do.
in the back
No,
of your.
listen,
like,
I
it's
know.
not at all.
No one really
That's-
talks about Tua outside of this year.
Yeah,
which
like
I
it
would do the
doesn't.
same
It doesn't
thing.
really
Last couple
like
years
that
they
moment
did.
is just gone.
What
Why?
we're not going to do is pretend like I haven't acknowledged that. Last year, there was very few that rode with Tua. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. But I acknowledge what happened against Tennessee. It was unfortunate, but it was in inclement weather.
Which is
Now this year
might
he's come
happen
in, he's
again.
lit the world on fire.
The hypocrisy that I find in your Tua praise. I don't look. You can praise
I'm
Tua
very
as much as you
consistent. I'm very consistent.
want. And let me finish what I'm gonna say. So if you want to buy into Tua, by all means, go ahead. I have no
$38
problem.
on Mojo. We forgot to mention that.
It's-
Also,
Oh yeah,
was
yeah.
that like
I'm gonna
22
mention
to
it
start
after
the
the 10
season?
picks.
Got it.
But Tua, you are trying to force all of us to believing he's this savior.
I've been trying to tell you guys.
Hold on. But this is what I'm saying. In the offseason, when Mahomes lost Tyreek Hill, you said he had to prove himself. So what's wrong with saying Tua has to prove himself still with 7 great games?
But I definitely said before coming into the season that Tua was under the most pressure out of any quarterback also. So that was an understanding in and of itself. So we're talking about the quarterback who's had by far the most pressure put on him coming into this year, and he's just by far and away overachieved and exceeded all expectations of what anyone thought.
But he's achieved. I wouldn't say over.
No one thought that
This year
he'd be
he's
doing
overachieved.
this.
Can we not acknowledge that he's been great while also still having questions about if he's a solidified franchise quarterback guy?
Keep doing it. Keep
I mean, because
questioning
if he finishes
That's
the regular
fine with
season with an
me.
elite year and then plays like dog shit water in the playoffs, all that's wiped away.
Agreed.
So it's like
Yep.
all of that is
it's
wiped
the same,
away.
Him and Jalen Hurts are in the same exact boat. They have to do it week by week, but they also have to prove it in the playoffs. Because people want to say he's a franchise guy. You have guys like me and Drew. He rides for Tua. I ride for Jalen Hurts. But I know week in and week out, once Jalen Hurts has a bad game, once Tua has a bad game, all the haters are going to come back out and say, I told you so. He can't do X, Y, and Z. He can't pass. Tua can't make these throws to the sideline. He has to do it week in and week out. That's what both these guys have to do. Because you have guys like Joel who are against Tua and think
But
that
that's
he'll
the
never
difference
get there.
between
Like,
Eagles fans and Miami
I think this
fans,
is
though.
also another great example, though, just Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray in the regular season has been amazing.
Yeah.
He has dropping off in the second half, but that playoff game, that's
It's
what
bad.
sticks in everybody's memory.
and
that-
Kyler
that's
has years of tape of him playing at a
That
very
was
high
so
level.
fucking bad, that playoff.
So I'm just saying the playoffs and those highlights moments do matter. Tua's playing great. We can acknowledge it, but trying to force this
I'm not forcing.
acceptance of him being
wouldn't
this
say
franchise
force.
guy.
I'm not This isn't a force. This is
Word.
me being naturally me. And that's just how I'm keeping
I'm
it
not ready to
stacked.
put Tua in that conversation yet.
This is good because it gave me a lot of time to think about the 5th overall pick.
Shit, you did not pick it.
I will say I am lower on Kyler Murray than most people, so he's not going to be the pick here.
Okay.
It's between 2 people that I'm going to go with. It's either going to be Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields.
Oof. Trevor over Kyler too.
Wow.
Yeah.
No hurts.
No Hurts.
No, he said.
Oh, Jalen Hurts is still on the board?
Jalen Hurts
Yes.
is on the board.
Dehls
Wow.
did not pick Jalen
I
Hurts.
took Joe Burrow. I took your boy.
Okay, this is tougher because Jalen Hurts is playing the best. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
But I do envision a world where Trevor Lawrence is in a similar situation.
No, it's-
So
that's
wait,
fine.
you're
Kyler Murray.
saying Fields and Lawrence over
Fields, I
Kyler.
think Fields is a little crazy at the moment. Just a
I'm
little
not a
bit.
fan of Kyler Murray's leadership. That's why. And
And
I like
intangibles is fine.
and Justin Fields these past
skill is-
past
Fields
couple
has
of
the
games has
intangibles.
kind of really flashed with limited
Of course.
offensive
Yep.
personnel.
Fields is too early to get picked.
Do
right
we hold
now.
rushing
way
in
too
higher
early.
regard
He's way
than
too early.
passing?
He's been an efficient passer too.
He has been, but not on the level of Kyler Murray.
He doesn't have any great weapons.
That's true.
Kyler Murray just got back D-Hop, and other than D-Hop,
He had Hollywood for a month before he got hurt. Zach Ertz now is done for the year.
You know, I'm gonna go with the safe pick here, and I'm just gonna say Jalen Hurts for
that's
the
fine.
moment.
That's fine.
I'm going with Jalen Hurts for the moment, but had I not gone with Jalen Hurts, I would have gone with Justin Fields.
Wow.
That's pretty
Would
good.
you
Over
have
Trevor?
guys? Would you, Nico? You too? Would you have
Yes.
taken Jalen Hurts or Kyler?
I would have taken Kyler.
Okay. I don't disagree. I actually had Kyler one spot ahead of Jalen Hurts.
I also have Kyler.
I love Jalen Hurts, but Kyler as a passer is
And
still
depending
really
on
good.
Nico's pick, I will take K1.
Nico,
It's seeming as
has
if he's
the
going to go
next pick.
K1.
yes.
Well, you guys just gave me the easiest pick of the draft. I'm taking Kyler Murray.
That's it.
without a
That's
doubt.
to the crib.
That's fine.
He's by far the most solidified
Fine.
guy left.
I know where
and
you're going.
he's by far the best in both aspects. Like he's a very complete quarterback. He just, I have my doubts about him being this legit like superstar, but for now, he's a franchise quarterback.
Sure.
Let me ask
Absolutely.
you, every quarterback that we've drafted so far, do you believe their ceiling is superstar? Or do you believe they are superstars?
I believe their ceilings are all superstars, every single one drafted so far.
But you don't believe that some of them are superstars as of right now?
Yeah. I
Talking Tua
think
and Hurts.
that I am not quite ready to declare Hurts and Tua as franchise quarterbacks yet.
That's fair.
And like you guys said, I want to see how they finish out the year and, play in those really big games.
So I would just assume that your 3 are Lamar, Herbert, and Burrow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Agreed.
those were going to be my 3.
Is Kyler as well still in that superstar kind of bubble?
He's just a step outside. He's like
Definitely.
in the Dak
No, man.
tier for me right now.
Okay.
That's
fair.
understandable.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's
Very
where he finished
fair.
for me at the end of last year. I think one spot ahead of Dak.
Riv.
Riv, you're up next, bro.
Hey.
I know where you're going.
7th overall
Going with
pick.
your twin.
This pick is pretty easy for me. I'm going to take Justin Fields. Give me the guy with the intangibles. Give me the guy that's willed Chicago in a situation where it's not too great for him, even with the limited passing. You see the rushing ability. You see the way he just extends plays and can pull out touchdowns and scores. So give me Justin Fields, man. This is an easy pick for me.
What's his price on Mojo right now?
$28.
28.
Steal.
So right now through the 7 picks, Lamar's $69,
Nice.
Herbert's $90, Tua is $38, Burrow's $81, Hurts is $57, Kyler's $58, and Fields is $28.
All right, hit my music. This is very simple.
Steal of the draft, baby.
I am stunned that you went Justin Fields
Yeah.
over Trevor Lawrence.
Who has more wins?
I think Trevor Lawrence.
No, I was asking. I genuinely
Yeah,
don't.
no,
know.
because as great as
It
Justin
just feels
Fields,
like Fields has more wins.
as
both
great
have
as
2 wins?
Fields has been these past
No,
3
3.
games, he's gone 0-3 in those games.
Defense has failed.
Yeah, it's not because of
I'm not
Fields.
going to say you're wrong by any means, but it still goes to show you where the Bears still have to go, and still not that Fields is the reason they're losing these games, because that's not the case. I'm just saying, if you wanted to bring wins into it,
No, I was trolling you. Trevor Lawrence is the better passer. He's the better quarterback, but I just think Fields has the intangibles of a quarterback. He has that winning mentality, that leadership, and then he has that running ability is just so different. He can get better as a passer. So if he continues to get better as a passer while doing the shit he's doing with his legs right now,
Yep.
he's going to be an unstoppable quarterback. There isn't going to be anything you can do
no,
with
when
him.
it comes to rushing, no doubt about it, Fields is the better rusher between Fields and Lawrence. But Lawrence still is a very solid rusher in his own right.
Yeah, fact.
And
Yeah.
passing the football, that's not a conversation.
Not right
We're
now.
going with Trevor. So with my selection here, I am in fact going with Trevor Lawrence, top 10 in yards right now. His play overall has been kind of inconsistent, but when he flashes, he's flashed in great ways. I'm going with Trevor Lawrence for sure.
I think the Fields and Lawrence debate is how much you value Fields' running ability. I think that's
Special.
the debate.
That's my question when you were debating Fields and Kyler, because again, Fields and Kyler, yes, Fields is the better rusher, but it's not like Kyler lags far behind. Fields is better, but Kyler's still great in his own right. And passing, for me personally, it's not a question. I'm going.
Is it-
It's definitely Kyler, but with Fields, I just love the intangibles.
the intangibles
and I think
argument is a good one.
he'll get better.
Isn't that like the same how people used to look at Lamar versus Burrow?
It's the Lamar. That's the Lamar versus Kyler debate before the season started.
Mm.
It's you see the passing abilities. It's Kyler. The rushing abilities clearly Lamar, but the intangibles Lamar it clears in every facet. Arguably, you can make the debate that Lamar's the best leader in the NFL
For sure.
Respect.
outside of, I guess,
You like
Tom
Brady?
Brady.
Yeah.
I have a feeling you're gonna let me down
Respect
with
hurts.
this pick.
Respect hurts.
This
And
Respect
you
hurts.
better not let
This
me
is
down with this
real
pick.
quick. Oh, my music already went. If we could, what quarterbacks on the board? I have on my list. I have Zach, Trey Lance, Daniel Jones. Is there anyone I'm missing?
Mac Jones?
Mac Jones. you're
Mac
missing too.
Jones.
This
Trey
is
Lance?
easy
Did you say your
I
guy
said
Lance?
Trey Lance. Yes. Am I forgetting anybody?
Yeah. Desmond Ritter?
Desmond Ritter, Malik
Um,
Willis, Kenny Pickett. So I'm not forgetting
Sam
anybody.
You're
Darnold.
not forgetting
Sam
anybody
Darnold,
that
Baker.
matters.
He's
Oh, no.
25.
You
in this
got
board.
Kellen Mond?
Okay, so we're going to backups now.
Respect.
Can I
Matt
take, can I
Corral.
take Bailey
Matt
Zappi?
Corral.
Yeah,
Kyle
Matt
Trask,
Corral, yeah.
Bailey
Kyle
Zappi?
Trask.
This is
Bryce-
hard. This
Bryce
is really
Young.
hard.
Would you take Bryce Young right now?
Over all these guys? Absolutely.
That's
Yes.
hilarious.
Yes. Can I take Bryce Young? This is tough. You have Zach, Trey Lance, and Daniel Jones. Those are the 3 I'm looking at right now.
It's just hilarious.
I can't dap you yet. I cannot dap you yet.
Bro.
Let me.
I feel like this is
do it
between
real
Zach
quick.
Wilson and Trey Lance for you.
Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is the only one out of these 3 who have proven to play at a high level consistently within a system. He's doing that without any weapons, so I want to give him his praise. With that being said,
Talk.
He's gonna take Trey.
He's going to take Trey Lance.
Oh
he's
my
not doing anything
God.
extravagant.
He's going to take Trey
Zach Wilson, on the other hand,
Okay.
has had some moments.
Yes.
This game against the
He's gonna take
Bills,
Trey
this
Lance.
game against the
One
Bills,
moment.
he was great.
And Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh fourth quarter was great. Outside that, it's been ugly.
I got a side bet for you. $5 he takes Trey Lance.
So now we come out with Trey Lance. Now we come with Trey Lance, number 3 overall pick, 6'4", 230. He could run, he could throw.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Trey Lance, man.
Oh
Give
my
me Trey
God.
Lance. Give me the mystery box player who might be this absolute superstar,
Justin
or
Fields.
who's someone who might end up being nothing in the league. I'll take my
Could be
chances.
one of the worst picks in the league.
I'll take my- and-
when
I
Fields
know.
was there and they let Fields drop.
Hey, listen, you
on,
don't got to talk to me about Fields. I wanted Fields at 2. That's
a
not.
fact.
That's not. You know, I love Zach. Don't get me wrong. Fields was my guy at 2. So
My
it's no
goodness.
Trey
No,
Lance
that's
for
crazy.
Justin Fields thing.
At the minimum,
get it.
it should have been one of our 2 guys. To go Trey,
Going
come
Trey,
on,
man. Got to go with my guy.
You're such a.
I wish I wish I could have saw him play all year, because then it wouldn't have been a question. He probably would have been a top 5
this
pick
makes it
today.
easy.
Already would have got benched for Jimmy G.
Nah. You know Jimmy G was
Yes.
this that
10-2 record when throwing 0 touchdowns.
Like
Yeah.
Trey Lance
And
would
you
have
called him
just,
Tua.
if Trey Lance wasn't
Unbelievable.
as
He
long
was.
as Trey Lance wasn't a complete and utter disaster, he wouldn't have got set.
Well, this makes it easy for you, my
Come
boy. Pick
on.
your guy.
Of course, I'm gonna go with Zach Wilson. And
Daniel
it's funny because for one, Daniel Jones is year 4.
In year 1, he was great. He's better than Zach ever
He had
was.
how many fumbles did he
Greatest.
have year 1?
Oh,
He
a
had
ton.
Carson
a
Wentz,
ton.
Carson
a ton.
Wentz like fumbles.
For a
Carson
rookie.
Wentz.
Listen,
More.
Peyton Manning led the
Worse.
league in interceptions and won
Stop
Rookie of
it,
the Year.
please.
Okay,
I'm just
All right.
saying.
outlier,
Okay.
outlier.
I'm just saying.
outlier.
The GOAT, one of the GOATs.
I'm
Please.
going with Zach Wilson. And you know what's my gripe with people when it comes to Zach Wilson? It's just so many things. I understand he is not flashed like Justin Fields or Trevor Lawrence.
Or Daniel Jones.
In his games, he's played 6 games this year. On average, he's facing top 10 defenses. Zach Wilson right now is 18th in QBR. I know QBR isn't the most perfect stat,
a
but
good one.
the way people talk about Zach Wilson, you would think he's 32nd in QBR,
You're right.
and he's not done anything good. When talking about his escapability and evading sacks, he's very good at that. Does he run into pressure? Yes, but in the Buffalo game, there was a lot of growth in him standing in the pocket,
100%.
taking shots, releasing the ball. And before the season, I was very adamant in saying that Zach Wilson, when he releases the ball under 2.4 seconds, he's very good. He's very good in the quick pass game, RPOs, getting the ball out fast. And the Jets have to do that at this point, play to his strengths. I felt like they weren't playing to his strengths. That Buffalo game, they played to his strengths.
I'm with you.
Zach Wilson, he hasn't had the most yards or the touchdowns, whatever it may be. But Robert Saleh said it earlier. Two plays against Miami, the players were like a couple yards away from scoring a touchdown. That could have boosted Zach up. Zach has been responsible for a lot of scoring drives, and he hasn't put the Jets in harm's way, and that's why we've won the games. And I've
Outside
said
of the
it,
Patriots
Yeah,
game.
I'll say
yeah,
just-
outside of the Patriots game.
Yeah.
But he started off that game spectacular.
Oh no, that first drive was insane.
It's also a division game.
In the second half of the
Belichick.
season, when the Jets face teams like Seattle, although they've gotten better, they face the Lions, they face the Jaguars. When the schedule lightens up,
Chicago.
Zach should have those same type of games that we have seen from Lawrence and Fields. Maybe not as electric as Fields because his rushing ability is otherworldly
Yeah,
right
keep
now.
holding out hope,
But
man.
as a passer and the throws that I think he's going to make in the second half of the season, it's going to be big time. And this Sunday, when we face the Patriots, not only are we going to beat them and be first in AFC
You
East,
see my walk?
Yeah, that was
You
crazy.
see my walk?
Yeah.
but Zach Wilson is going to have a great bounce back game that game. He's going to bounce back.
Bro,
He's going to bounce
never
back.
seen a
Neither because
man.
Tua, I don't think he's ever lost to the Patriots.
I've never seen a man be so excited
hasn't.
for
He
a first
hasn't.
quarter and then second half don't speak. He didn't speak for a
Yeah,
whole
no, that
half.
was- that was
bro.
bad.
It was so crazy. He's just sitting there like he didn't say a word. And I'm just like, wow. Like
Are you still on your no expectations for Zach, or are we back in?
No, I have no expectations.
Okay.
I'm just that's kind of like my motto for life right now.
I like that.
I'm just like not going into things with expectations. But Zach Wilson, I'm still somebody that I'm going to push the agenda because I think the way that people talk about him versus other quarterbacks is very different and the energy is not the same.